Bulldog for Wrestling Merchandise and Memories. That's merchandiseandmemories.com. And welcome to another edition of Bulldog's Unboxings. I've mentioned this before several times on this particular channel, but in case you don't know, 2023 is the year of the Ultimate Edition for me. I started off the year with just a handful of Ultimate Edition figures. And by the end of 2023, I anticipate I will have at least 50 of them, including ones that have not even been released as of this filming, which I'm filming in July of 2023. So I love the Ultimate Edition form factor. I'm a big fan of it, obviously. But while I have an Ultimate Edition collection, up until now I have not had a phenomenal Ultimate Edition. And as you can see right in front of us here, we've got the AJ Styles Ultimate Edition figure, his debut, and one that has been eagerly anticipated. I've actually had this one just sitting in my inventory for a couple of months now. Couldn't wait to open it. But now the time has come. So let's just take a quick look here at the packaging and see everything this comes with, and we'll get into that after we've unboxed it. On the side here, we've got a photo of Mr. AJ Styles. Got a great action figure action shot of him there, just doing a phenomenal forearm. And then the pertinent statistics. And then it says, how phenomenal is AJ Styles? 6 months after debuting at Royal Rumble 2016, he won his first WWE Championship. His second WWE Championship reign lasted 371 days. He's captured title after title and proves each and every time he steps into the ring that he's earned the name the Phenomenal One. He really has, and it's amazing that he's been in WWE for as long as he has. He still feels like kind of a new addition in a lot of ways. But now it's time. Let's unbox this sucker and let's see what we got. So we're going to start off with the base figure, as we often do. And just for a point of comparison, you can see behind AJ here, there's some of the many AJ Styles figures I have purchased over the years. These are some of the more recent ones, I think. It's a fairly common look in a lot of ways, like same sort of hairstyle. Facial expression is a little bit different on these ones. But what I really like here is obviously the ultimate articulation. So you've got, and especially AJ Styles, because he is the phenomenal AJ Styles, he can do things other people can't do. So you can pose him that way. You can have him do a lot more flexibility than many other wrestlers. And it just, there's so many options for posing, and we'll get to that. But just, even you've got the ab crunch here. You can drop his hips, as I've got here. I've just got to figure out how to pop it back. There we go. We've popped it back in place. And, but I mean, this is just, I think a lot of it is the color too. What I really appreciate about this is the blue and white pattern. As you can see behind me there, a lot of these are either, sort of black and red or something like that. So this one does stand out in a lot of ways. But do you like, all the level of detail you've got here on the trunks, and you've got some Japanese lettering here. He's got the one elbow pad, and he's got his AJ Styles Phenomenal One gloves. He's got the boots. The color really works for someone like him. It really does stand out, and you've got so many wrestlers who do tend to have sort of darker colors for their ring gear. And AJ does too, but this is just one, when you've got a whole shelf of Ultimate Edition figures, this is something that is definitely going to stand out. Of course, that's not all. In addition, so he has his one face scan, which is fine. It's good. It's this really straight ahead look, like a lot of the Ultimate figures come posed with. Nothing wrong with it. It's a pretty damn good scan, actually. But then it also comes with this head option here, which just has a bit more hair over the eyes, and he's got a bit of a grin on his face, so that's definitely an option. But to me, the hands down winner is this. Look at this creativity. You've got him sort of mid-air with his hair flying everywhere. I've never seen, certainly, an AJ Styles figure, let alone many wrestling figures that have this sort of hair in motion. I think maybe I've seen some Triple H figures like that before, or New Day, I remember, but it works. It's something that will set him apart. So we might want to just try and swap a head here, and that came off almost too easily. Let's pop on this head here. Look at that already is a game changer. You can have him sort of flying through the air. You can have him doing his phenomenal forearm. You've got to make sure it's posed like just right, but this is definitely a fun option for sure. So those are the head options, and then in terms of hands, you've got 2 fists here, so he can do that phenomenal forearm punch if he's so inclined, and then he's got the, I don't know what you'd call these, but the phenomenal one hands, I'm going to say, where he sort of overlays them and you get the P1. And I'm not doing this justice, but you know what I'm talking about, those 2 hands. AJ also comes with his phenomenal one, his P1 shirt, which I don't know if you need it, especially if you're posing him in an action type, like, middle of the ring thing, but I'm going to try it on just for giggles. Let's see what happens here. So the shirt, pardon the pun, is phenomenal, but it doesn't really go with this head. So I'm gonna do a quick impromptu head switch here. We're gonna go with the grinning face just to change things up a little bit, because I think that might work. Yeah, that's not the most original head scan, but it definitely works when you have the shirt on. And then you've also got his vest with the hoodie and the phenomenal one logo on the back, really detailed here, some studs and things of that nature. So I'm gonna pop that on real quick. So here he is with the hood and the vest and the shirt on. Like, this is his ring entrance, and then you could have him pop that off to a huge pop. I don't think, again, the hood would necessarily work with the flying hair look necessarily. So you've just got to pick what you want to prioritize, or if you're an AJ fanatic, maybe you get a couple of these. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think you've got a lot of options here with this figure, and this is excellent. I'm gushing over this and the options you've got to go from here, and it just does look like the best AJ Styles figure I have in my collection. You can see some of the others there. They're fine, nothing wrong with it, but this is definitely a level up. More options, more detail, definitely more posability, and this is something that is indeed phenomenal and worthy of a spot on my Ultimate Edition shelf. For Bulldog's Unboxings, I'm Canadian Bulldog, and we'll see you next time.